Viewers, the latest news about the ongoing conflict in Ethiopia is that, viewers, if you remember, in previous video, I informed you that fighting is still going on in many areas of Amhara region between Fano forces and Abe's forces. Now, latest reports received from many sources that Fano forces quickly took back control of several areas after successful counterattacks against Abe's regime forces. And the regime's forces are still bombing civilian areas, causing deaths and destroying civilian properties, according to many Amhara sources. It was in the city of Debre Marcos. The fighting stopped, but the situation remains tense. And I inform you that Debre Marcos is now under the control of Fano forces, and the regime's forces are still present in the vicinity of Debre Marcos. Which the regime's shelling resulted in the deaths of 5 civilians, injuries to others, and destruction of property. Which one of those who died was Shibaba Chene, who was a god. On the other hand, in Yajube, there was heavy fighting yesterday, but today there is no fighting. Fano still full control of the town. On the outskirts of Finote Silam city, especially toward Jiga, there was a small exchange of gunfire yesterday evening. Because of this, the tension in the area has risen, and all transportation and business activities have stopped since then. Was near Asfachu and Mafud areas. There has been intense fighting since yesterday morning due to Fano's surprise attack on regime convoys. In the middle of the battle, regime forces even fired heavy weapons at civilians. Because all these areas are rural areas, due to the heavy weapons, there is a lot of loss to the civilians' life and properties. But on the other hand, in Agambar and Chirameda areas, gunfire can still be heard from time to time. There was a brief fight in Kobo and the surrounding areas of Voldia yesterday, and sporadic gunfire was reported in Lalibela. 2 days ago, I informed you that Tigray Defense Force, Fano forces are present in the outskirts of Lalibela. Thus, the road from Lalibela to Skota is currently closed, and tension continues in Vogdi Vorida and Janete town in the South Volo zone. The sound of heavy artillery has been heard, and the road from Desi to Mertole Mariam has been blocked at Jinite town for almost a month. And the fighting between Fano and regime forces is ongoing around Ibinat and Debre Tabor in the South Kundr area. And the regime forces are bombing areas where civilians are, and tension are high in Gunambagar, Legenet, and Libo Kemkim Voridas. Here's Fakado, the chief editor of Gyon magazine, the only weekly magazine in the country, was kidnapped by the regime's security forces in Addis Ababa last night. And the security forces also took away copies of the magazine that were going to distribute it. But on the other hand, the Ethiopian Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed is allegedly preparing the Gede, the Wolkait region, to the Tigray People's Liberation Front in a planned referendum. And this decision is purportedly part of an agreement reached with the United States, signifying a significant policy shift following the sanctions imposed post the Tigray People's Liberation Front defeat in the late 2020. However, this move has raised concern among Ethiopian diaspora organizations, which assert that Abiy Ahmed's actions are detrimental to the Amhara community, and accusations of collaboration with armed groups and involvements in massacres further exacerbate tensions. Other organizations are vehemently demanding accountability, justice, and an end to these alleged crimes, while also asserting that the initiatives the relinquish Wolkait could be driven by the pursuit of peace, albeit at a potentially heavy cost. So viewers, so far is the latest update. For more latest update, please subscribe channel. Thanks for watching.